Well, hello, class. Dr. Miller here. Want to take a few minutes to provide you with some information as we go into week 2. As you can see, I have our classroom open, and once we finish, or I finish this video, your week 2 announcement will be populated also. I do want to point out the announcement that I posted on Saturday about active participation in the discussion forums. So please remember, as you are working through the discussion forums this week, start early, start on Wednesday, by Wednesday, to allow yourself enough time to be able to respond to classmates, participate over 3 separate days, and have an opportunity to earn full credit. What I will do on Wednesday is I'll enter into the discussion and see who hasn't posted yet, and I'll send a gentle reminder to get started. Also, with the discussion board, make sure that you're not only posting your initial post and responding to 3 of your classmates, go back to your initial post. See who has responded to you. They're making some great comments and asking questions on your initial post. So don't ignore them. You know, if somebody walked up to you or asked you a question in a classroom, you wouldn't ignore them. You'd respond. So let's post, respond, and engage, right? This is our virtual classroom. All right, so let's talk a little bit about week 2. I'm going to go ahead and click on weeks, and you can see here we are, week 2, technology and healthcare. I'll go ahead and click on that. And first thing that you're going to want to do is to complete your lecture materials. Also, don't forget, download your lectures. Do that. Get in the habit of doing that in all of your classes. If you have a class that has a midterm or a final exam, guess where the questions are coming from? They're coming from the lecture materials. This is the lecture material. You can download it and create a lecture material library to help you know the topics a little bit better, review them before the midterms and the finals, even have them open and look for the information. Okay, so there is your lecture material. Now we have your discussion board. And remember, I said, please submit by Wednesday for an opportunity to participate over 3 separate days and an opportunity to earn full credit. So our topic, a recurring topic in our lecture, was the relationship and communication between the patient and the provider. It suggested that when the industry is patient-centric, health outcomes will improve, right? Patient-centric means that we are tailoring for that individual patient. We will continue to address throughout the course how technology impacts the care experience of the patient. We want you to watch a short video, and then think of a time that someone or you received care that was either facilitated or supported through the use of one of the forms of technology addressed in the lecture. Like a patient portal, electronic health record, telemedicine, those are examples. Not limited to that, but those are examples. Explain how you feel the identified technology has impacted the relationship and level of communication with the provider and the overall care experience. Then identify one benefit and one drawback of this technology. Again, try to post no later than Wednesday. Also respond to 3 of your classmates and return to your initial post and see who has responded to you and keep that conversation going. Your next assignment that you have this week is the health records assessment. You're going to want to download the health records assessment directions and rubric. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open that up here because I had downloaded it. So here are your instructions. Patient information that moves with the patient electronically to the specialist, the hospital, or across the country is more promising. The patient information that does not travel, it improves patient care. It reduces the cost of care. We see better outcomes. Thus, the interoperable record, interoperability is a big keyword right now in healthcare. Thus, the interoperable record keeping is the goal within the healthcare sector. Therefore, it's essential to understand both the similarities and differences of electronic health records and electronic medical records to identify the value each may bring to the continuum of healthcare delivery. 2 parts to this assignment. You're going to complete a table, doing a compare and contrast, and then you're going to write a 550-word essay. Now you can see here, there is a template and there's also a grading rubric to keep in mind. I'm going to scroll down and you can see here is the table to fill out with similarities and differences. And then you have your template for your essay. So you're going to want to go ahead and complete that. If you have any questions, let me know. Then your third assignment is your telemedicine essay. Again, it's a relatively short essay. This one is going to be at least 500 words. 2 things for you to access. You have your directions and your rubric and an article that you're going to read, Telemedicine and Economic Evaluation. Now, I have downloaded the directions. As you can see here, 10% of your total grade. Here are the directions, healthcare providers. Healthcare provides various ways for patients to receive care and for providers to render services thanks to technology and its applications. Telehealth, which uses technologies to support real-time interactive communication between the patient and provider, takes place remotely. It's an alternative that some view as cost-effective and arriving at a facility to receive care or provide care face-to-face. And we've really seen since the COVID-19 pandemic an expansion in the use of telemedicine services. The pandemic gave us a fast forward. I think there's a very high level of patient satisfaction in the use of telemedicine. And so it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Right. So patient-provider relationships are essential to effective care delivery, and it is necessary to understand the impact that remote care and technology has on the quality thereof. Take a moment to read Telemedicine and Economic Evaluation, and then you're going to write approximately a 550-word essay to address the following prompts. Summarize how telemedicine can impact the quality of care for patients, and describe any concern that could arise through the utilization of telemedicine for both patient and provider. And then submit it. There is in the directions a template for you to use. I do expect to see references, at a minimum, the reference to the article that you read. Now back to our classroom. If you have any questions, concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you have any outstanding assignments from week 1, maybe you forgot to go into the discussion and introduce yourself, or you didn't complete the introductory documents quiz, please complete that ASAP because you can submit those late, but we don't want them too late. We want to get those in right away. All right, have a great week, make it productive, and I will see you in the classroom.